Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm Will, and we are back with some more Genshin Impact today.
What kind of tone are you
And
supposed
we
to
are going to
take?
be just continuing on with the main story with the robot. We really didn't get too far into it last time because our bitrate was booty cheeks. Pretty hardcore.
I can't thank you enough for hosting us these past few days. And thanks for agreeing to look after an Effa. I know it's a lot to ask.
It's all right. She'll be in good hands.
She never came back. I guess I'll have to leave without saying goodbye.
Hey now, you'll see her again. And we have so much to look forward to in Liyue. All those Shao lanterns lighting up the sky. You've always wanted to see that.
Arieta, Amu, Joashin. I am back.
Huh? Inefa? You brought her back? Thanks so much. Don't mention it.
Also, gratitude for the flower. What does it feel like to know where you are returning to?
That's a strange question. As soon as you're all better, you'll be returning to Not Cry. Oh, and we forgot to say, we're actually heading there ourselves soon. Maybe we can travel together.
Not cry. Is that home?
Huh?
Cognition module unable to define home. All the memory data that has presented itself recently has been related to Natlan. But the merchants tell me that I have family waiting for me in
Hey,
Notcry.
what's up?
If I do recover my memories, which time period will they be from? And will the post-recovery me be the same me that I am now? Or
Phew. That's a deep question.
What is it that you're afraid of? Are you worried the new you will be so different you don't even recognize her?
finding near synonyms for mine and conflict. Cognition module. Split. Yes. Once I have been split, will it change the way I define home?
Huh. Now that's a tough question. A lot of people and a lot of Saurians spend their whole lives searching for an answer to that. But if you want my opinion, home is somewhere you can always return to. Wherever that might be. No matter how far you fly, there will always be someone back there waiting for you. No matter how battered and bruised you get, you can always go back there to rest and recover. I guess you could say it's somewhere you belong. Wherever it is that your memories guide you back to, I'm sure it'll be somewhere you feel safe. Somewhere you feel you belong. Of course, everyone's situation is different. And I don't know how applicable my experience is in your case, but consider it a reference point, I guess?
Okay. Recorded under reference data.
And at the end of the day, I mean, who says you can't have more than one home? There's no law against it. Someone's looking for us. Hopefully this means there's been some progress. Don't be afraid to recover your memories. They might contain the answers you're looking for.
Got it.
Recover your memories. Malfunction. Have you forgotten why you cast them away to begin with?
Alright. So far, we haven't really done too much with this story. I mean, not a big surprise. It's Genshin, so it's mostly just cutscenes. Although I did find out something today, which kind of blew my mind. This was announced a month ago, and I'm like, where? But apparently Hellraiser the movie series, is coming out with a game, and I only seen like 30 seconds of it, but it looks fucking bomb as hell, and I think I might pick it up. They also announced a Halloween game with Michael Myers, although that one looks more cheap and more like Friday the 13th game did, where it's like one player who plays the bad guy versus everyone else. But yeah, the Hellraiser one looks crazy. I need to look into it. I only like briefly saw a post about it with some pictures of it. I don't know what kind of gameplay it is, but I think it might be trying to pull like a Resident Evil style thing, except with the Hellraiser universe, which would be fucking awesome.
Oh, it's St. Lolly. Didn't think it'd be you.
Why? Don't you think I'd want to do my part to help the Traveler? And anyway, no one's more qualified than the Masters of the Nightwind when it comes to Natlan's ancient history.
Ancient history? Wow. Even by St. Lolly's standards?
If you think I didn't hear that, you're sorely mistaken. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. I don't know if you noticed, but Kenichi's little sidekick has been acting a little strange around Inefa. After you parted ways, Kenichi put him in timeout for 3 whole days and nights. Then, he had Aoife send Kakuku to torment him for another night. Finally, Ahau got so infuriated with Kakuku's pestering that he lost his cool and let slip a crucial piece of information. 2 words. Sovereign Ruler.
Sovereign ruler? So what? Isn't that just how he introduces himself?
It is, and I always assumed it was a load of hot air. But apparently not. Turns out the title refers to the 13 Dragon Lords who ruled Natlan in ancient times. Oh, of course you haven't. Even I spent forever figuring it out. Anyway, the 13 sovereign rulers are not ordinary dragons, but forms of artificial intelligence created by the Pyro Dragon using secret source technology. They had superior intelligence and greater authority than even the ancient dragons themselves. Each ruled over a portion of Natlan's territory. But one by one, they disappeared during the war with the heroes. Even most of their names are unknown now. Long since buried in the sands of time. If we hadn't managed to pry that tidbit out of Ahau's mouth, I would have had no idea where to even start.
I always thought that little monster's biggest claim to fame was arguing with Kakuku for an entire day. He has quite a history then, huh? Which of the 13 was he?
Not a clue. So far, he has staunchly refused to reveal which of the sovereign rulers he was. My guess is that he doesn't even remember.
I guess that kind of explains why he looks very video gamey, because he is like artificial, I guess. I don't know. Technology in this game is always so weird. It's going good. We're just, well, obviously still playing Genshin. Zone Sen Zero's going okay. We're going to be starting Dragon's Crown Pro Edition tomorrow, and we're going to be spending 3 days getting into that. I haven't played it before, but it's always been on my list to try. And then we just started our first playthrough of the Marvel Spider-Man 2 on the weekends, which I've been really enjoying because we just went through all the games in lead up to it.
Remember, these rulers were supposed to be powerful forms of artificial intelligence. And Ahau, well, it hardly seems like he's still in his prime. I'll bet he's lost most of his memories and power by now.
Lost. Memories.
Yet, despite that, Ahau seemed to sense the presence of a fellow sovereign ruler when you were nearby. Specifically, it's the core in your chest he was reacting to.
What? Inefa's a sovereign ruler too?
Wow, no way. This thing we literally just found out about. Make her super important immediately. Crazy, guys. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this weird technology boom that's been going on in the last few. Like, the robots in the last area was, like, okay, I guess, because it's kind of, like, steampunky-ish. But then this, it's just like, oh no, they're artificial intelligence, and dragons had AI. And it's just like, what are you talking about? Just make it a fucking fantasy game, guys. Come on. What are you doing? What does that mean? What does dragon AI mean?
Could be. Kanich and Aoife have been keeping a close watch on Ahau, in case he reveals anything else. But so far, it seems like those 2 words are all he remembers.
Darn! So the trail's gone cold.
Yeah, what you been playing? Like, I recently have been I've been going down the hole of fighting games, and I've been getting way into King of Fighters. Like, a lot. I've been playing it almost daily. I need to get a, not a fight stick. What's the other one with the where it's, like, all buttons? I can't remember the name of it. But there's, like, a version of a fight stick, like an arcade stick, that's just, like, all buttons, even for the directions. A hitbox, I think they call it. I need to get one of those, but unfortunately those things are like fucking $200-ish for one, and it's just like my life. So I'm looking into trying to make one, see how that goes.
Not completely. There's also Lianka and the Flower Feather clan, both of which have triggered a response from Inefa so far. And as it happens, out of the sovereign rulers that I was able to dig up information on, there was one who had a very close relationship with Lianka. Her name was the Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers, otherwise known as the Eighth Lord. She ruled over what is now the Flower Feather clan's territory. The records claim that she didn't die in the war with humanity, but was executed by her own kind. Her crime being betrayal of dragonkind by secretly raising a human. Lianka.
Huh? Chaska, did you know this?
Some of it. Our tribe's origin story has Lianka being raised by a dragon. And of the 6 heroes, she had the closest relationship with dragonkind. After raising her, her surrogate mother then encouraged her to leave the nest and seek her own path.
I don't think I've heard of any of those.
She traveled far and wide, settling disputes between humans and Saurians. She didn't pick sides based on past grievances between humanity and dragonkind. She stood up for the weak, protecting them from those more powerful who sought to exploit them. Gradually, a community of like-minded people and Saurians gathered around her, united by their desire for freedom and equality. And that was how the Flower Feather clan began.
Boy, I've seen Factor
But that's
around,
as
yeah.
much as the legends say. They never mentioned her dragon mother's name, or what became of her in the end.
Oh yeah, New World. Oh my god, I haven't heard of anyone talking about New World in a minute. Like, literally last time I heard about it was back when Google still was trying to do gaming console stuff. Which was like a very brief period. What was that, like 2 years? Or wait, was it Google or was it Amazon? I think it was... Crap, which one was it? One of the two was trying to make a gaming division, and they put out New World on it, and it was like their big, like, look at this! And they got a bunch of content creators to play it on it. Google or Amazon? Both of them had a gaming division that failed, but one of them was like really pushing it and tried to push out a controller with it too. And then Coral Island. I don't think I've seen. Looks like a vibey game. Yeah, looks like Stardew Valley-esque. And I wish I could get into it. Like, Stardew Valley, I've always thought about playing. And then I see, like, a bunch of games that are kind of, like, trying to do the same vibe, but with a slight twist. But none of them really have grabbed me so far. And it's like, I try to think of, like, what would a, like, farmer-esque simulator type game need to do to grab me? And it's just like, I can't even really put a finger on it, what it would be. Because I'm not super into that style of gaming. I'd say, like, the farm simulator and like the like Ark style games where it's like survival and like task management stuff. Those style games have always kind of not really grabbed me too much because it always feels more like work. That's why I could never get into like Minecraft and stuff like that, because it just felt like one step too far of like, this feels like work. Yeah. Well, when did this come out? This is pretty new, isn't it? Coral Island. I mean, all three of those games. Oh well, two of them were pretty new. The New World, that's been around for a minute. I need to look back into that because I honestly have not heard anything from that game. Recently, oh yeah, I also recently bought Inzo, which is like, you know, that Sims-like game made by that Korean developer. I bought that. I still need to try it out. I want to see if I can like stream it. So we'll see on that front. Maybe we could do some fun stuff with that. But right now it's just, it has to, I know Inzo has to be online, and I don't know if I can play it online smoothly while streaming at the same time. I think that might be cutting my internet a little close on doing that, so I need to test that out to see if that's possible. Because if it's possible, then maybe we'll do some Inzo streams, just because I wanted something chill. Which at the same time, it's like, it's Sims-esque, which I'd say is like right next to like Stardew Valley-esque. But we'll see on that front. So that's a game that we might be getting into.
Oh, sorry. My cognition module is acting up again. At some point during this conversation, it started behaving very erratically.
Oh, it was by Amazon. New World. I couldn't remember who it was by Google or Amazon. It was Amazon Games that made it.
You mentioned that the priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers was executed. Might I ask how?
Unfortunately, the humans of that time weren't privy to all the details of dragon affairs. The only records we have are vague references from after the fact. It's very possible that this is mere speculation or complete fabrication, so don't give too much weight to it. But for what it's worth, it said that a curse was placed on the priestess by one of the other rulers. If she truly harbors pro-human sentiment, then for every ounce of goodwill she feels, may her mind be flooded with pain of immeasurable proportions.
Okay, psychos.
In the savage conflict and chaos that followed, the priestess's mind was ultimately destroyed.
Jeez, what a bizarre method of execution. Definitely sounds like the history writers used some artistic license there.
I'm calling it. It's probably her core that's in her body right now.
I'm fine.
I had to take a shot.
This didn't seem to trigger any erratic behavior. So, do you think that my origins have something to do with this sovereign ruler?
Interesting. Well, it's hard to say what, if any, direct connection you have to the Eighth Lord. But since the name Leonka seems to ring a bell for you, why don't you look into it yourself? I brought some woven scrolls with me that might be useful. Have a look if you're interested. Here, take them.
Oh my god, no. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm wrong into being wrong into being wrong. New World is made by Amazon, but what I was thinking of was Stadia, which was a Google project. So Google and Amazon teamed up. Oh my god. Does anyone even remember that? It was discontinued in 2023. Honestly, I thought it was discontinued earlier than that. Where they tried to be like, we can stream all video games, except it was complete ass. And they tried to do everything all at once, and it was like terrible. Now, like, the only remnants of that ever existing is the Stadia controller, which I don't think even works really with anything. God, Stadia. That was crazy that was a thing more than 5 years ago. That was such a weird, like, hey, remember Atari's still a game company? And you're like, really? Which, speaking of, Atari's still a game company and they're actually putting out a new game. And you're like, wow, they're still around. Good for them.
Don't say anything. In a moment, I'm going to leave. I need you to join me, discreetly. It's just a little spell based on our prior experience. I'll explain everything shortly when you catch up with me. Well, I need to get going now. If I find out anything more, I'll keep you updated.
Gratitude. Goodbye.
Bye, Sweet Lolly.
Now's your chance. Slip away quietly while they've got their heads buried in those woven
Excuse
scrolls.
me.
Meet me at the other side of the settlement.
Excuse me, as I slip away inconspicuously. The pee. And not meet up with someone in secret. I'm so good at being incognito.
Hello, traveler. Well, see, Lolly hasn't told you everything. There's another sovereign ruler that Inefa might be connected to, not just the one from the Flowerfeather clan.
All trace of this other sovereign ruler was lost after the war. The records claim that in their final battle, they fought against Ishkik and Lianka.
It was, my idea. I suggested we bring up the Dragon Mother first and see how Inefa responds. And, well, Seat Lolly has debriefed me on how it went. Apparently, she barely reacted, despite a very strong reaction to the name Lianka. And to me, that says we need to tread very carefully when probing her about the 11th Lord.
She's the one who went missing after the war. Said to be the proudest of all the sovereign rulers, and the most hostile towards humanity. When the Pyro Dragon fell, she couldn't accept that dragonkind had been defeated. She sank into despair and insanity. But the rest is lost to history. There's no way to find out what became of her, or even what her name was.
Remember, though, in essence, these sovereign rulers weren't physical entities, but pure intelligence, built with secret source technology. I mean, who knows what happens when a manufactured mind goes mad? Maybe she lost her power and memories. Maybe she split into different personalities.
The point is, if Inefa really does originate from the 11th Lord, then we need to...
What? Have her taken out? Because of some baseless speculation? How would that be any different from what they did to Lianka's mother?
Chaska, what brings you here?
Anyone with a brain could see you were up to something back there. Unless it's a Paimon brain. Or a robot brain.
Okay, you got us. Actually, we never intended to cut you out of this. It's just that see, Lolly's spell only works on the Traveler. But Chaska, I'm telling you, we have legitimate concerns here. This is not baseless speculation. Ever since Inefa set sail for Natlan, the secret source automatons have been getting increasingly aggressive. It's as if they're drawn to each other. Inefa could well be the 11th Lord herself. And if so, then the moment she recovers her memory, all of us, all of humanity, will instantly become her enemy.
I've been keeping an eye on movements at the Flowerfeather clan. Whatever she was in the past, and whoever she becomes in the future, I trust who she is today.
Even if the past and future Inefa are a completely different person from who she is now?
If you're suggesting that there's a volatile force within her, threatening to rise up and take over at any given moment, that makes two of us. But no one ever gave up on me. Not Mama Bird, not Koichi, not my dad. So what right do I have to give up on her? If Leonka was here, I have every confidence that she'd say the same. Besides, even if the 11th Lord rises again and declares all of us her enemy, the solution is simple. We defeat her. The heroes managed it, so there's no reason we can't too.
Fine, fine. I had a feeling this might be your reaction.
Look, I get it. You're only acting like the villain here to make us realize how serious the situation is. You know how I know that? Because when I was a kid, they brought me to you for treatment, and you didn't give up on me either.
Yeah, well, playing the villain is a force of habit for old Granny by this point. Just know you've been warned, all right? Watch out for any new developments and make sure you know where she is at all times. Hey, the spell hasn't worn off yet, you know. Anyway, now that we're all caught up, you should get back on Inefa watch, and we should get back to investigating.
Help! Someone! Oh, Chaska? What are you all doing here? And when did Shilonan show up?
Paimon, you were supposed to stay with Anefa.
Oh, right, Anefa. Something weird happened. She got halfway through those woven scrolls and then flew off all of a sudden. Paimon tried to stop her, but she wouldn't come back.
Did something trigger a new memory? This doesn't make any sense. She barely responded when we were chatting. What could it be?
No idea. But it must be something important, because she sure looked like she was in a hurry. Also, she said, annihilation mode activated.
Bro.
Okay, Chaska, you're our eye in the sky. Find out where she's
Murder's
gone.
about to happen.
We'll inform everyone else. Tell them to be on high alert.
Roger that.
Wait, don't you want to discuss this first? Hey, wait up!
Okay, I'm really like... It feels so...
Slow down! Paimon's gonna puke!
Hold on to your hats.
Alright, that was the wrong one. I need a faster way to go down. I am still not good with her controls.
Target acquired. Activating annihilation mode.
Whoa! Are these all secret source automatons? Okay.
Wait, so does that mean like all the automatons
Reinforcements
are
have
AI
arrived.
dragons?
Traveler, Paimon, Chaska.
It's this shit is just weird, man.
Not now. Save it for later.
Wow, okay, her buildup is so slow.
Defensive mode engaged.
Oh, whoa. A new form of electro combo. What?
No, my sword!
Dude, that's awesome. A new form of electro combo.
By royal decree.
Threat eliminated. Annihilation mode disengaged.
Boss, what do we do now? We've tried the same thing several times now, and it isn't working. We can't keep waiting around for her to leave the settlement.
I am genuinely so curious to see what happens after the next big update of like after the whole story arc with 7.0 was done, and like all the countries, like there, we have all nations done. Are they just gonna end this game, or are they actually gonna do something different? Because like seriously, the entire run of this game, Fatui bad guys, okay, and it's been like that for like 5 years, 6 years, and it's just like move in a different direction. How about Dragon AI? It's like we said a different direction, not a fucking terrible direction. I don't know. This game, I know, like, I wonder how the state of the community for this game is right now. Because I know, like, there was talks that, like, it really fell off with this nation coming to be. When it got released, a lot of people kind of fell off of this game. And this nation by far feels like the most mixed bag of, like, oh, that's cool and interesting, and Dragon AI. Like, I'm, like, why? You have a world of magic and gods, and you still have to fucking force an AI for some reason? It's like, why? Just have them be dragon spirits in, like, stone bodies or something. Boom, done. No, it's gotta be AI, it needs to be advanced, and it turns out dragons were super smart. Okay, is this whole game gonna be a simulation? Because that wouldn't be surprising at this point if it was like, we're actually in Honkai Star Rail, and this whole thing is just a simulation. I don't know how I'd feel about it. Part of me would be like, yeah, that tracks about how the writing's been going in this game. But then another part of me would be pissed that it's just like, really? You couldn't have come up with anything better than that? But at this point, I'm spite playing Genshin at this point, guys. I just need to make it to the end. It's the sunken cost fallacy. I have played this game far too much to not see the end of it, unfortunately. But yeah, yikes. This is going to be our only Genshin stream of the week, by the way. Like I said, the next 3 days, we are going to be getting into Dragon Crown, which is a really beautiful art style of a RPG put out by Sega, I think around 2010, 2012, somewhere in there. Never got around to playing it, but we're going to start it and see how it goes for the next 3 days. I think I'm going to start trying to do some more experimental stuff, because before it's like, I know I'm going to like this game, so I play it on stream. But I think I'm going to try to, like, swing for, like, different kinds of games that I have not played, that it's like, I don't know, either I'm going to like it, or I might drop it after 3 streams. We'll see. I think I'm going to like it, but we'll see how it is on stream, since I don't think there's voice acting in it. So I think it's all, like, text-based story. So we'll see how that goes. But then, anyway, this weekend's going to be fucking awesome, because Spider-Man 2 has been, like, God, playing all of the Spider-Man, Insomniac Spider-Man games back-to-back just shows the evolution of that game, and just shows how much it improves game over game. It's fucking awesome. Anyways, back to the Fatui being bad guys. What next? Hilly Trolls also continuing being bad guys? Crazy. Despite us knowing they're actually human beings with the curse on them. So we're actually, like, killing people that are, like, cursed to be immortal. And some of them are just straight up children. But don't worry. We'll kill them. Despite us actually not actually killing them. But them just, like, having their consciousnesses kind of displaced when we murder them. Or something. I don't know how it works fully. But the short of long of it is, when we defeat Hilly Trolls, we're not actually killing them, because they literally cannot die. Incorporeal torture.
Well. An ancient relic from Natlan's dragon civilization. If you want to play with fire, then be my guest. But there is an unpredictable variable you need to watch out for.
What is this?
Let's fall back. This isn't worth the risk.
That's got to be a character from Neshnaya, I think.
Hamu, Hadieta, are you okay?
I'm fine, but Mom's hurt.
I'll be okay. I just hurt my ankle. And Effa got here just in time.
Why would they do this? Why?
Angry!
Look,
Ah,
no one
so
could
good
have
at
known the
writing.
automatons would ambush you here. Don't blame yourself.
This is terrible writing. Characters don't just say how they feel. That makes me angry.
Wait, how did Eneva know to come here? Did she sense that they were in danger?
Probably.
Yes, I heard the secret source automatons talking. Even now, I still hear them.
Okay, let's talk about it. Her design is pretty sick. Does not fit in this world at all. And her voice is weird. Because it's bland, but not bland in like a robot way, which is like off-putting to me. Like if it was like, if they did like robot effects or something on it, it'd be like, okay, that's how she's supposed to sound. But it's just like, this is a fun game. It's so interesting. Cool. It's like that. Like, you just sound like a person who's bored. Like, oh my god.
Really? Paimon doesn't hear anything.
Hypothesis. Language module requires translation functionality.
Yeah, I'm not a
Please
big
wait.
fan of them putting like auto-tune type robot sounds into people's voices when they're a robot. But like they needed to do something because it just sounds like someone who's bored reading lines instead of it being like a unfeeling robot.
Finished. Please try again.
And by the way, how are they going to explain
That
how the
was
hell they
quick.
have like a fucking...
How come you're so familiar with their architecture?
I have seen them many times before.
Yeah, like
At least I think
why
so.
is she like a humanoid robot, yet all other robots look nowhere near like that? Like she's like helping her traveling companions a fucking old school fatback TV. Like what?
More random memory data, I guess.
Oh,
Wow! It's actually talking!
Hey, what do you think you're playing at? Why did you attack us?
We're under the Fatui's control. They made us attack you.
How is that possible? The captain's soldiers certainly aren't capable of this, and besides, we know everything they're up to. Has another Fatui regiment infiltrated Natlan?
that's another thing I don't get. Is like the Fatui is like a foreign nation army which kind of plays politics sometimes. Where it's like, oh, well, we're like dignitaries-ish, kind of, from another country. Oh, okay. But then we're also gonna just randomly rob people. And it's just like, what? What's your fucking job? Like, that's why they need to have more different Fatui classes or, like, character archetypes. So it's like, okay, well, these are, like, the dignitary types that are, like, part of, like, negotiations and, like, talking between nations. And these are just, like, the random fucks that are, like, in the bush, like, assaulting people for some reason. Where it's just, like, I don't get it. There's, like, not that many Fatui archetypes where it's just, like, cool, the guy that runs the Fatui business in town versus the guy that's robbing someone in the forest for some reason for nefarious reasons that seem to be orders from the higher-ups, but it's like, why exactly? Plus, like, they already have the whatchamacallit, don't they? I can't remember. Honestly, this whole arc has been so fucking long, I can't even remember if they got the Archon's little chess piece thing. The whole object of power that they keep getting from every nation. Which, by the way, I hope when they do the next update, it's like immediately we're stepping into the country and it's like they're already starting to do the thing that they want to do with the... Not oculums. I keep on wanting to calling them oculums. Those are other things. The Visions. Because it's like, they spent this entire game collecting the visions, and I swear to God, if we get there and they're not, like, already doing the thing with the visions, I'll be like, then what was the point? It's been like 6 years. You should have all this ready and just hook in the things into place to do the thing that you want to do. Instead of, like, bad guys at table being like, now that we have them, let's have a ridiculously circuitous scheme to, like, enact our plan now. I swear to God if it's that bullshit. Rather than, cool, we have them, and now we're going to do the thing that we've been waiting to do with them for the last 6 years.
The Fatui invaded my territory, so the automatons went haywire.
Why is it getting so choppy? Bad signal, maybe?
That's possible.
Hypothesis. Distance to signal source increasing, transmission compromised. Combining these words with what I've heard so far, I believe the full message should be: the Fatui invaded my territory, so the automatons went haywire.
Oh. So all the recent automaton attacks, the Fatui were behind it all along?
They stole my privileges and took control of the automatons.
They stole my privileges and took control of the automatons.
No.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending request for Mirror of the Dawning Morn to restore my privileges.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn detected nearby. Now sending request for Mirror of the Dawning Morn to restore my privileges.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn? Who or what is that?
Hypothesis. This appears to refer to me, or more specifically to my core.
Mirror of the Dawning Morn, please come with me and return the core.
I think she wants me to go with her to return the core, so she can repair the damage done by the Fatui.
Wait, you mean she knows you?
Yes. Before the translation began, she referred to me by a different name, 11th Lord.
Okay, so wait. I also want to get this straight. So, are all of the robots, like all the sentinels everywhere, spawning from when the dragons were around and made them? Or are different types of robots from different types of places? Because, like, the standard, like, tall guys that, like, walk around slow with the arms swinging, I always kind of thought those were... I thought those were more from, the one country that got wiped off the map. Because they knew too much. I thought some of the robots came up from there, but now it's kind of like, no, well, there were also robots from Dragon Society. So it's like, okay, well then how come they look very similar in design? Did the newer robots get designed off of the old robots? Like, how did this work?
What? So, Inefa is the 11th sovereign ruler?
Yeah, we already put that together, bud.
Hold on. This automaton just attacked us moments ago. We shouldn't trust everything it says. You say Inefa is the 11th Lord. What proof do you have?
Return to the 8th Lord's territory, and you can restore all of your memory data.
Inefa? What did she say?
She said, return to the 8th Lord's territory, and I can restore all of my memory data.
8th Lord? Lianka's mother's territory? What does the 11th Lord have to do with that?
Man, they really love stacking on extra dialogue to the point where now they have a creature which speaks English, but no one understands it, so whatever it says, another character will then also have to repeat what they say. You just love cramming in extra dialogue that's needless, don't you?
You were split, then exiled, and finally reborn.
Ugh, this is getting weirder by the second. What did she say this time?
Excessive signal interference. Unable to translate. The signal should improve as we get closer to her territory. Traveler, Chaska, shall we proceed?
Wait, you should think this through carefully. I may know a thing or two about the Fatui regiment that entered Natlan recently. They're kind of a special ops team. Definitely not your average soldiers.
Give them different fits. Like, you've got, like... I think everyone but the Fatui has had, like, some sort of, like, upgrade. Like, the Fatui has expanded over the series of the game slightly, and I mean very slightly, to have slightly more people than they had on launch. But, like, even the Hilichurls now have, like, that more advanced version of them where they actually look cool, where they have, like, those sides and stuff and, like, the capes. And, but the Fatuis, they've never had, like, a cool upgraded, like, version of them where it's like, oh yeah, those guys look like an advanced hit squad or something. No, it's the same fat guy with the ice gun that was there since day one. It's like, come on, guys. You need to, like, evolve their design and their characters.
Oh?
You're gonna be the bad guys in literally every single story you do for 6 years. Let them actually evolve and change. How about that? That'd be cool.
They've been showing up everywhere, hungrily searching for secret knowledge about all kinds of ancient civilizations. They say they're trying to make some sort of inference. The leader of this regiment is a harbinger based in Nodcry, known as Marionette.
Oh. Oh, is she gonna be one of the head
Marionette?
Fatui people?
How exactly do you
One of the
know
harbingers.
I heard bits and pieces at the market in Nasha Town, but I figured they were just rumors. Didn't realize it was true.
Is that right? How come I'm only hearing about this now?
I'm sorry. I was so preoccupied with getting ready for the journey, and like I said, I thought they were just rumors anyway. Didn't want to worry you.
So these Fatui are soldiers, huh? Who's stronger, them or Inefa?
Anefa, of course. But still, maybe you should tread carefully here. Anefa's already had to rescue us so many times now. I'd be mortified if anything happened to you.
You're right. First things first. Amu's injured. We should take her back to the tribe and get her checked out. And as for this 11th Lord business, we need to discuss this with the others before deciding how to proceed. Look, I know the news about the 8th Lord and Marionette is very concerning. But we should probably come up with a plan before checking things out.
Understood. Destination canceled. Yes. New destination, Flower Feather Clan.
Traveler, Anefa, could you check that the coast is clear? I'm gonna patch up Amu, then head out.
Understood. Commencing task.
Arieta, I need you to go keep Mom company while the doctor takes a look at her. Dad has some things to take care of, so I'll be staying out here a while longer.
You're not coming back with us. Why not?
Dad's gotta pack up the luggage and make sure all our goods are safe. Don't forget, they're our ticket to a great new life in Liyue. Don't worry, Dad will be back very soon. I'm sorry, girls. I promise it's going to be okay.
I'll get help as quickly as I can. If anything happens, save yourselves first.
Huh? Why'd it stop moving? Has it malfunctioned on us?
Liyue, merchant. His portrait is hung up at the Fatui stronghold.
You're saying Zhuo might be a Fatui spy? And he's staying behind as their eyes on the ground. But should we really leave Anefa here too? Not that I don't trust her, it's just... Are you sure you'll be okay keeping an eye on her by yourself? You're not wrong. We need all the intel we can get on Marionette and the Fatui. As far as I'm concerned, they're a bigger threat than any sovereign ruler. Still, even with your abilities, be sure to stay on your guard. And not just because of the Fatui and the 11th Lord. It's that automaton, too. I'm still not convinced we can trust it. Why the sudden request for assistance from the 8th Lord's territory? Are we supposed to believe that Lianka's mother survived? Surely there'd be at least some mention of that in the tribal legends. I don't know. Something just doesn't add up.
Hey, Chaska! Almost ready to go!
That's my cue. I'll be back with the others as soon as I've gotten Amu and Adieta to safety. If you have to leave the area for any reason, be sure to leave a trail.
He's on the move. Huh. So much for keeping the goods safe. Do we think he's going to meet someone? Should we tail him? He won't know he's being followed. This could be our chance to get our hands on some really useful intel. Either about the sovereign rulers or this marionette person.
Shall we follow him? Got it. Stealth mode activated.
Would it not be even stealthier to just not say that out
Probably.
loud?
But that's less fun. Yeah, I like playing this and Honest and Zero. I really see the contrast between playing those style games versus playing like Spider-Man. Spider-Man is so much more engaging because you're literally swinging around and doing gameplay while people are like talking to you or giving dialogue most of the time. Where in these games, it's okay, put your controller down and wait 5 minutes. Okay, we're back. We'll slowly walk. Case in point. Now, obviously, not everything can be Spider-Man with insane, like, traversal, but still. Having your character be able to move while they're talking.
Now, why would someone dig a
Oops.
random tunnel in the middle of nowhere? Unless it's the entrance to one of the sovereign ruler's territories!
The territory was sealed by Lianka. This was once one of the secondary access tunnels.
Oh no, what
Hey,
does that mean,
that was
Paimon?
pretty clear this time. What's changed?
Getting closer. Increased activity in language module. Lianka sealed the territory to stop Ochkan finding it.
Huh? You're breaking up again! Oh, looks like the signal's still pretty choppy.
Lianka sealed the territory to stop Ochkan finding it. Later, the Fatui found the weak point and broke in.
Sounds like those Fatui have made this their stronghold. Well, this is probably a good point to stop and wait for reinforcements. What do you think? Enough? Oh no! What's she doing? She's charged right in!
Wait.
Traveler, are we going after her? Or waiting here? All right then. But let's be careful.
Alright, let's see what this is gonna be. Oh, okay, it's got some cool stuff down there. I was wondering if it's just gonna be a plain dungeon or if they were gonna add some flash and pizzazz. Looks a little pizzazzy. You pizzazzy?
Ah, there she is! Ineppa, wait for us!
Oh, one of those giant Rubik dragons.
Ineppa!
Huh? Where is this? Are we inside the territory?
Yeah. Did you black out or something? You just took off!
Cognition module unstable. Attempting to refresh.
Refresh. Hail.
It appears that it was accessed by an external source.
Sorry, it was me. I summoned her by similar means to those used by the Fatui to control the automatons. Currently, I am but a lowly service bot. But in the distant past, I was known by another name. The 8th Sovereign Ruler. The priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers.
The 8th Lord? You're Leonka's dragon mother? But weren't you,
Eighth Lord. Were you not executed?
Moments after I was cursed, Leonka rescued me. Just as she tried to rescue you from the ruins of the battle.
Leonka rescued me? Memory. Missing.
Yes. Leonka changed your memory settings to make you forget. But she did it to protect you. It is the only way our kind could escape from the curse.
How does forgetting everything protect me?
Because the curse placed on us is a pain triggered by certain memories, hardwired into the depths of our minds. A regulatory program that cannot be removed.
Manufacturers often hardwire restrictions like this into autonomous machines to make sure they operate as intended.
Each time you yearn for a new place to belong, each time you feel yourself turning your back on the past, the pain tears you apart, doesn't it?
If she truly harbors pro-human sentiment, then for every ounce of goodwill she feels, may her mind be flooded with pain of immeasurable proportions.
It destroys your mind, swallows your soul, prevents you from finding a new home.
Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
That's why forgetting everything grants temporary relief from the pain. It stops your mind from being crushed by the weight of the conflict within. But since you were rebooted, you began storing new memories and started finding the desire to belong emerge once more.
Things were fine at the start. You'd occasionally forget to pay for your groceries or add salt to a dish you were cooking, but that was as bad as it got.
From now on, your name's Enougha.
So too has the Exile's curse resurfaced, forcing you to forget all over again.
This is a lot to process.
Automated defense system activated. Privileges overridden. Come quick. Stop the Fatui.
Hey! Hey! Please finish what you were saying!
It's gone silent.
It must want us to go further in, right? Well, looks like there's no going back now anyway.
This is just a secondary access tunnel. If we make it to the center, there should be other routes out of the territory. Please come with me. It is my fault that you're trapped here. I must ensure your safe return.
No, don't look at it like that. We gotta make sure you get back safely too.
Yes, I too must return.
Yeah, we really haven't been able to play as her much.
Do you really trust her, Leonka? This malfunctioning part of the Sovereign Ruler's mind. I
trust not in her, but in the path that I have chosen. I believe that every conscious being, whatever its origins may be, has the right to freedom.
Careful! Don't touch it!
Luckily, it's perfectly rounded.
The curse will bring you pain, and your memories will crush you.
Yeah, we got
It's
that.
the same fate they subjected my mother to.
But with this core, you will forget everything for a while. Any memories that evoke a desire to belong, and all your pain along with it, they'll be...
Oh.
You doing okay, Anefa? You keep spacing out.
I know. Unidentified data is flooding my cognition module. But every memory encounters an error and then terminates at the crucial moment. Unnecessary. Being physically motionless will not cause this erratic behavior to cease. And if we explore this place further, perhaps I'll find a way to fully repair myself. Additionally, some of these memories may yield useful data for our exploration. Searching for access method. Over there. We can use the access module to proceed to the central zone.
Time to go.
Detected 3 unregistered individuals. 1 registered individual.
Ah! Is that the 8th Lord talking? So, you can take control of different machines, huh?
No, this is just an ordinary service bot responsible for access management. At least, I think it is.
Now calling Access Module. Welcome back, Administrator 3.
Okay.
This is the Temple of Cascading Colors. Ahead is the research facility built by Administrator 1. After Administrator 1, Administrator 2 assumed control.
Are you sure about using this on her? It once belonged to your mother.
It's just one of the many things she researched. I'm not precious about it.
Administrator 2 sealed the facility. It has been locked down to this day. Examining. Seal status. Danger. Danger.
You almost have it, man. Almost.
Things are looking really bad for the Children of Echoes.
Yeah, it usually does.
This might be where I have to say goodbye.
You're a good friend, and you've already done more than I could have asked for. There's just one seal left. She and I can handle it.
Usually whenever anyone's narrating from the past, it usually doesn't turn out well for them.
Huh? What was that? Get over there and check it out.
Uh-oh! They're gonna find us!
Please come with me.
Ah, there's nobody here. Probably just some server spots chattering away again.
Phew! That was too close. We hit just in time. How did you know where to go, Ineffa?
I think I've been this way before. Let's head through here. It'll take us to the other side of the square.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Installation chamber deployed. Accelerating.
Yeah, we haven't altered. Okay, there we go.
Annihilation mode.
Yeah, I don't know. Her ult feels strong, but then everything else doesn't. Her combo with water is pretty cool. That's dope. I wish they could have started doing that, you know, maybe 4 years earlier, where there would be interesting combos like that, more unique combos, rather than it always just being the same generic combo.
This passage is only used for drainage and maintenance access, so it's not registered on the system. It's the perfect route for an ambush.
Should have ran up top. There's probably a treasure chest up there that I missed.
Wait, I hear voices up ahead. Stealth mode activated.
Hey, this is not what we agreed. This is supposed to be over. My job is done. I did everything you asked. Leaked the clues about the ruins, brought her to Natlan, and your response is to attack me and my family?
What the? Does this mean they planted those Natlanese mechanical parts in Notcry just for you to find? So they could lure you here?
Yes, Paimon, thank
possibility.
you.
It was just a little hiccup, that's all. These source mechanisms can be tricky to control.
What next? Of course, because I did this out of a betrayal, which I betrayed this person. Cut to Paimon. Do you think he's doing this because he's betraying us? Yes, thank you. We understand the words that are coming out of his mouth. Alright.
The last time you reported in, you mentioned she was mopping up machines near the flower
Oh
feather plant.
shit, they just dropped a trailer for the return
We
to
needed to
Silent
lure her
Hill.
further out. Hence why we created that little kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle, man. kerfuffle this.
It's unfortunate that your wife got injured, truly. But hey, look on the bright side. Now that you've shown up, we might actually get the job done this time.
This time? No. No more. Not after you hurt my family. I told you, I'm done.
I think you'll find the risks were stated quite clearly in your contract. And it's not like anyone got seriously hurt.
Your job will be done when you deliver what you promised. Our agreement was that you would bring her here. Not just to Natlan, but to this facility.
But...
Did you really expect to get away with shouldering none of the risk yourself? We're writing off your debt to the Northland Bank and letting you get back to your old life in Liyue. That's a lot to ask for nothing in return.
I've been your inside man in Nasha Town for over 10 years now. Is that not enough for you people?
You ungrateful louse. You ran yourself into the ground. And who was there to dig you out, huh? Us! Can you name one single way we made life difficult for you in Nasha Town? Look at you. You've managed to start a business. Got yourself a family.
You have just one simple job left to do. And after that, you're free to go home. In your position, I'd say that sounds like a pretty good deal.
This is the final hurdle. Our attempts to capture the 11th Lord have been derailed every time. But there's only so long until our luck runs out.
Okay, so... all of the visions from the Archons were derived from Dragon's power. So... is Snezhnaya trying to restore the dragons because they're the only ones strong enough to do whatever they want? Or are they trying to take and absorb even more power from the dragons, even though they're like dead? Interesting.
If another staged attack on your family is out of the question, we could still work this out.
Yeah, it's out of the
But
question,
this time,
Dick.
you'll have to do the dirty work yourself.
I only waved the gun around your child's head, not at their head. Ugh, you're such a crybaby.
This is a replica control device made with Marionette's technology. After we stole the administrative privileges from this territory, we copied them onto this. It will give you control of any machines built using secret source technology. Take it, and use it to capture the 11th Lord.
You seem to have gained the trust of the other variables in this equation. How hard can it be to shake them off and get her while she's alone?
And before you think about disappearing, don't think we won't be watching you.
I can't do it.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I can't. I won't do it. She saved my life so many times, it would be the ultimate betrayal. How could I look my daughter in the eyes and act like everything's still okay?
I feel like the emotional feedback the voice actor had to what they actually were portraying
So
were two
you're
different
gunning
things.
for the world's best father now, are you? A guy like you. You're fooling no one.
This is our mistake. We let you have it too easy in Nasha Town. And now, you've forgotten the most important detail in your contract. The termination clause.
Which, by the way, the fat guys, they're just normal dudes. How come we never, like... Again, this is another thing that I have issue with when it comes to, like, the characters you can play, as well as just NPCs. Why don't we see any fat guys? Why don't we see more buff guys? Like, there's some buff guys, but, like, this is cartoonishly fat. And there's also cartoonishly buff. So why don't we see those two archetypes of just, like, background NPCs as well? Instead of just fucking, oh, wow, skinny, regular fit guy. That looks different from all 1,000 other background characters that look exactly the same.
I think it's time We parted ways.
Huh? Huh. Enefa, Traveler.
The 11th Lord. And the Variable. We were hoping you might show up.
Wait, the controller. Without that, you...
You thought we'd hand over the genuine article to you?
Wait, then what was your plan? If you gave him the thing and told him to do the thing, but it wasn't going to work, then what was the point? What if he took it and said, okay, I'll do that, and then he did it and then nothing happened? There was no point in doing it that then.
That's just a beacon used to set the location for this cage. We've been monitoring your movements ever since you entered these ruins.
Okay.
Congratulations, Joshin. Your job is finally done. With you here, it was far easier to infer their location.
You were playing me for a fool this whole time.
Oh, okay, so it's just a cage.
Don't waste your energy trying to break out. We've commandeered at least half of the systems in these ruins. All available power sources are keeping that cage intact.
Oh, wow.
No one needs to get hurt today. We aren't looking for a fight. Especially not with Natlan's Tumaini.
I mean, of course. Like, they say stupid shit like that where it's like, okay, then why didn't you just come and ask? Oh no, we couldn't risk that, so we had to forcibly kidnap you, if not kill you.
All we want is for your friend here, the former sovereign ruler, to lead us further inside.
Cool, you could have asked, and she probably would have just been like, okay.
Further inside? But we seem to have reached the center already. There is nowhere else to go.
So it appears. But there's far more of this territory than meets the eye. The dragons possessed vast knowledge, and we've barely scratched the surface. That's where the sovereign ruler comes in. If our supposition is accurate, she has in her possession a secret key that gives access to the core.
I will cooperate. Let the Traveler, Paimon, and Dwashin go.
Okay.
You never know! These are bad people! Don't trust them!
You are only here because of me. Besides, this is what I want.
Dude, it's been 6 years. Like,
I need to see the rest of this territory and find out who I am.
you can't. Like, this is the exact problem that, like, every isekai has. Where it's like, yeah, no, the main character's, like, infinitely strong, so this doesn't fucking matter. Cool, he'll just, like, he could break the shield probably if he wanted to. Like, that's the thing about having, like, main character being the main character of all main characters. It's like, yeah, like, no. Nothing, there's no stakes to anything because he always wins every time and gets out of all the situations. So it's like, oh no, we're in a box. How will we escape? Maybe if he just, I don't know, cuts the wall. Because he totally could do that because he's the main character and that's something he'd probably 100% be able to do. Bro.
Finally, a voice of reason. Gotta hand it to the dragons and their advanced artificial intelligence. But unfortunately, there's no way we can agree to those terms.
How do we know you won't just attack us the moment we let you out?
Yeah, so settle down and get ready to go hungry for the next 3 days. Even you, robot, you'll need charging eventually.
Again, they say stupid shit where it's just like, we just want you to, like, lead us to this thing. And then immediately do evil bad guy shit. And it's just like, bro, like, you're just a massive piece of shit, bro. You could have asked, number one. And number two, okay, now we're gonna starve you. You literally just said you didn't want, like, conflict. And then you do dickhead shit. It's like, I'm gonna murder you. I'm getting out of this cage and you're dead, bud.
Before I go, they may have left a trail on their way here. Send someone out to cover our tracks. The last thing we need is reinforcements showing
reinforcements showing up.
This is all my fault. Arieta.
Yeah, it is.
Huh? Who did that?
Impossible! Every system we hacked is set up to hold them back.
Could it be?
Hold tight.
Yeah, we just happen to be friends with the king, or queen, or god, or emperor of the country, and they happen to be standing right next to us at this exact moment. Crazy.
Take this barrier down.
Ugh, I hate those tropes, don't you? Where it's like an isekai or something. It's like, you randomly meet someone. That just happens to be the ruler of the country we're in? What?
A long way down.
Every fucking time.
Are you okay?
You mean this robot has infinite power over this domain that we're in? No way!
I think I broke a leg.
How could I totally see that coming? In every story that's ever been told.
Thanks for the rescue, but could you have been a little more careful?
Oh, yo. Minecraft.
Oh, and we're back to beep beep again? Well, isn't that convenient?
That is because I no longer need to communicate via that machine. Down here, I can talk to you directly. When the Fatui put all their resources into keeping you trapped, it gave me a brief window to seize my privileges back.
How does that
In my
work?
haste, I was not able to prioritize your safety.
Don't worry about me. I'll just rest up here. After everything I've done, I have no right to hold you back.
Please, for the love of God, just ignore what he said and continue with the conversation as if he's not even here.
But the Fatui will follow us down here.
We will be ready for them.
This is in the back. My leg's broken, but you guys can go ahead. I think we should go this way. Yeah.
Down here, all is under my control. They are not your enemy, human. They will take you somewhere safe to hide.
And Effa, Traveler, good luck.
11th Lord, do you now recall the path you once chose?
Not yet. Although, I think this is where I was born. But why? This is your territory.
No, 11th Lord. You were not born here. Rather, this is where you were reborn. Human, you once asked who placed the curse on the 11th Lord. The answer is herself.
That's fucking dumb.
Myself?
After a long and bitter war, our kind was defeated. You survived, but you are now stranded, with nowhere to belong. Gone was the pride you once had as a member of Dragonkind. Gone was the territory once under your dominion. All of it gone, with no hope of return. What were you to do? Strike back at humanity and exact your revenge? Or search for a new home, a new place to belong? Your mind was conflicted as this irresolvable question ran endlessly through it. Finally, your mind split into two. One, the sovereign ruler who swore revenge against humanity. The other, a malfunction who longed to seek a new home.
I mean, who knows what happens when a manufactured mind goes mad? Maybe she lost her power and memories. Maybe she split into different personalities.
The sovereign ruler would sooner perish than suffer a downfall. And so she placed the exile's curse upon herself and upon you. Meanwhile, the malfunction struggled through the pain to seek assistance from her former enemies, Leonka and Ishkik. That is why you came here, praying to be reborn.
So you want to leave your past as sovereign ruler behind, to start over anew? Very well. If the you wish to sever comprises all memories of your enmity, then I'm willing to trust you.
Then I am the malfunction?
We severed that part of her mind and securely locked it away. Withering away, she finally perished completely, thousands of years ago.
So She's gone. Without a trace.
Yes, although the curse she placed upon you yet survives. It is unbreakable. That is why it continues to affect you to this day.
So that's what that thing is. A curse from the Sovereign Ruler.
So, she was severed and killed off, but Inefa survived? How does that work? Are they the same person? Dragon?
We Sovereign Rulers are artificial intelligence built with secret source technology. A fusion of phlogiston and information. In the case of the 11th Lord, the Sovereign Ruler personality and the Malfunction personality split all but completely, even coming to occupy separate physical entities. In human terms, they would almost be considered as separate individuals. But in order to truly sever the connection between the two, and to break the power of the curse for good, you must be rebuilt from scratch with the aid of the source mechanisms located here, just as I was before you. I too was tormented by the pain of the curse, but Leonka severed most of my knowledge and memories, rescuing me from the brink of destruction. It is because her heart is incomplete. Before the rebuilding process was finished, Ishkik met with misfortune, and the Flower Feather clan became more hesitant to act. Leonka sealed these ruins to prevent their discovery by Ochkan, and sent you out of Natlan for your own safety. That is why you are still plagued by memory loss. But I continued to work tirelessly, preparing everything you would need, waiting for the day that Ochkanatlan would fall, and you would return.
Wow! That's a long time. How long ago was Ochkan around again? Hold on. Paimon knows this.
For the last 2,000 years. You've been waiting here for me?
Imagine my surprise when the first to arrive was not you, but those whom you call the Fatui. They proceeded to steal my administrative privileges, plunder my territory, and send the automatons into a frenzy. But all is not lost. Leonka made a backup of the administrator privileges and placed it in your core. With that backup, I can control the source mechanisms within the territory and complete the rebuild that she began. And once you are whole again, I can repair the damage done by the Fatui and open a route back to the surface. If you are ready to continue down the path you started all those years ago, then proceed further into the depths, where I will be waiting for you.
Whew, that was a lot to take in. Let's see if Paimon can wrap her head around all that. So, basically, there was a bad robot who bugged out and turned into half good bot, half bad bot. Then, bad bot cursed good bot, so whenever good bot thinks about the idea of belonging, she gets headaches. Meaning, the only way that Inefa can avoid the pain is to keep forgetting everything. Thanks! Paimon's getting better at this kind of thing. Wait, you did mean that as a compliment, right?
Curse. Malfunction. Belonging. It fits my hypothesis, and it seems to explain all my erratic behavior and cognition.
In that case, shall we keep going like she asked us to?
I believe we should. The Fatui still have control of the upper levels. Their access must be revoked before you can exit the territory. Besides that, I want to know what happens when I'm made whole. Maybe then, I will finally know where I belong.
I missed a chest. Sorry, I was just so not locked in to what was happening. Where's this treasure chest?
Cleanup sequence initiated.
No, my sword! Huh? Ring cutter!
Oh, I like the little robot has her face now. In Minecraft. Although her running animation doesn't make sense. She's supposed to be a robot.
Please wait. Confirming. Administrator 1. Deceased. Administrator 2. Deceased. Administrator 3. Identity confirmed. Lifting restrictions.
Yeah, because like her body's supposed to be like metal and robotic, but if you look at like her walk cycle, like her waist and hips like do a squish that shouldn't be there if she's supposed to be like a hard-bodied robot. Like it should just be like her like hip sockets and legs down moving.
After 2,000 years, we finally meet again, 11th Lord, Mirror of the Dawning Morn.
Okay.
And you? You're the 8th Lord?
Someone say.
The priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers? It's okay. I've recovered now.
I see the curse haunts you greatly. I cannot fathom how difficult this must have been to survive this endless cycle of pain. And all alone for 2,000 years.
I wasn't alone. I have had company every step of the way.
In any case, a few moments from now, your pain will be no more. Come, 11th Lord, stand before me, and be rid of this curse.
Here I am, so close to my destination, yet my thoughts are only becoming more cluttered. I am the way I am because the 11th Lord encountered a memory data conflict and split into two. If I regain all of my memories, will I not encounter the same conflict again? My cognition module cannot produce a reliable prediction.
Promise me. Remember, you have to come home!
It is. But if my memories turn me back into a bad robot, do whatever it takes to stop me. If that is the case, I can
never go home.
Don't worry, Anafa. Everything's gonna be fine. You'll be home free in no time.
End me now, really?
Over there. That is the curse?
Yes. For the most part, it has been strangely calm ever since I entered this place. And yet, whenever I'm about to recover an important memory, it suddenly kicks in. Almost as if...
As if it is being controlled by somebody else. That is quite normal. For it is now in the presence of its owner and creator, the sovereign ruler.
The sovereign ruler? My other self? But I thought she perished.
After 2 long millennia, my task is finally fulfilled. What a long journey it has been. We meet again at last. My sovereign, my ruler, mirror of the dawning morn.
Do you think NF is okay? Why isn't she moving?
Here we are, comrades. The core of the ruins.
Ah! It's the Fatui! They caught up with us! We gotta do something! But NF is still...
If only we could fight or something. Oh, if only we could fight or something. Dialogue. Dialogue.
Unnecessary.
Oh, wait, maybe we don't have to fight. Never mind, I take that back. Murder.
What the...
No, they were squished between 2 plates. They would be dead. It would be like a fucking pancake.
Missed by a hair's breadth. But now you are wounded, and this time you will not escape.
Monologue. Watch us break through these fucking walls like I said we would be able to. I so called it. Oh, look at that. We're able to push through energy walls. Go fuck yourself, game.
Why? And whose voice is that? The 8th Lord? But why would Leanga's mother attack us?
Leonka's dragon mother? 8th Lord? I laugh in the face of your folly. Lowly insects. Did you humans really think that by forgetting the past, the curse could be escaped? And did you really believe that by simply being rebuilt, that traitor could avoid destruction? And this corrupt malfunction could regain her memories? The priestess is long gone. I and the other sovereign rulers executed her 2,000 years ago. For that is what becomes of all who betray us. And now this malfunction will meet the same fate as she. There is no Dragon Mother here, and there never was. Only one Lord has dominion here, for I am the Almighty Dragon Lord, Mirror of the Dawning Morn, 11th of the 13 Sovereign Rulers. Kneel before me.
You tricked us! It was you talking to us this whole time! You who lured NF here, and you who placed the curse on her! It was you all along!
Yes, thank you, Paimon.
What a suitably ridiculous name. To me, she is nothing but a smattering of shed scales. An operational malfunction that must be destroyed.
So you want to leave your past as sovereign ruler behind? To start over anew?
I applied the curse to curb her resistance, shut down her mind, and silence her lies. Now all that remains is to borrow your privileges and see that she is severed for good.
Very well. If the malfunction you wish to sever comprises all memories of your enmity, then I'm willing to trust you. No living thing is born evil. That's not what I believe. The only ones who do evil are those shackled by hatred, those who were never given the opportunity to do good in the first place.
Good and evil? Foolish categories that fail to distinguish between kin and foe. But she is the rotten spawn of the Eighth Lord. Her folly becomes her. I ought to crush this human scum beneath my feet. But without access to the treacherous Eighth Lord's facilities, there is no way to sever you. I must feign civility for now. But in time, I shall have my revenge. Once this process is complete, and she realizes that she has destroyed the good instead of the evil, my claws will tear her heart from her chest.
Do you really trust her, Leonka? This malfunctioning part of a sovereign ruler's mind.
You're a good friend, and you've already done more than I could have asked for. There's just one seal left. She and I can handle it. This passage is only used for drainage and maintenance access, so it's not registered on the system. It's the perfect route for an ambush.
Malfunction? Human? You conspired against me?
Consider this getting off lightly. If Lanke was here, or if this was me 20 years ago, you wouldn't have survived long enough to realize you'd been conned. Especially since you tried to con us first. You tried to have this poor child killed off in your place, didn't you? 11th Lord.
Wretched worm! This is unforgivable! How dare you imprison me! And you, malfunction! Your curse shall endure until the sky falls and the ground crumbles! You will never know peace for the rest of your days. It is time to correct the injustice of the past. I would have severed and destroyed you on that fateful day, but instead, I was locked away by that human scum, Leonka. 2 millennia I have been a prisoner in this place. I have spent that time slowly seizing control over the systems and processes, until my reach extended to every inch of this prison. Now, one last step remains before I can finally break free. The final secret key is embedded in your core. I had to work patiently and methodically to lure you here, posing as the Eighth Lord who once ruled this domain. But at last, it is within my grasp. Mirror of the Dawning Morn, please come with me and return the...
But all is not lost. Leonka made a backup of the administrator privileges and placed it in your core.
Which memory did that human scum embed the key in? I will find it eventually, wherever it's hidden. In the meantime, now that my resurrection has begun, so too shall my vengeance!
Oh, come on, dude. You've literally defeated gods. I think you can break a fucking wall.
Wretched malfunction! Do not impede the inevitable!
I cannot let you get away with this.
You fool! In a matter of seconds, I will be able to overwrite your insubordination!
Seconds is all I need.
What? My core! No!
Finish him. Nice. Stop doing that! Just play the cutscene. I don't need to walk 5 steps for you to cue a second cutscene. Just have it be a long cutscene. God, this game, and it keeps doing that. It's done it like 3 times today, where it's walk over there, oh, another 10-minute cutscene. Just make it a long cutscene. Stop pretending this counts as gameplay. It does not.
She's gonna be okay.
Bro, you are fucking lame.
She destroyed her own core? That's an unusual move for a machine. I wonder how Marionette will react to this. Delight? Or disappointment?
The Fatui? How are you still alive?
Don't act so surprised. I'm just one of her many projects. As reconnaissance missions go, this outcome is a little underwhelming. I don't think I'll be getting any commendations if this is how my report ends. So let me reignite your flame one last time. Sovereign Ruler, Mirror of the Dawning Morn. Show us one final glimpse of your glory. The glory of the ancient dragon's technology.
No wonder. Marionette told us to watch out for you. She said you were an unpredictable variable.
But if you think you're getting out of here alive, we'll see what a crazed sovereign ruler in the throes of death has to say about that.
You would dare sabotage my revival! Destroy my path back to Dominion! So be it! Since you seek a new place to belong, I shall grant you your wish! Welcome to your new home, where we all shall be buried till the end of time! Oh, my sovereign. This is one battle from which there can be no triumphant return. But in this moment
So Skull can kind of turn into a dragon claw.
at least turn this prison into a graveyard of all traitors.
Yeah. Betrayal, revenge, betrayal, revenge. You've been repeating that to yourself for the past 2 millennia. I got it.
Even if we defeat her,
there is no escaping the destruction. Here in the depths is where you belong.
Okay.
After 2,000 years in exile, searching and forgetting, we are back where we began. Our path was always going to end in our demise. This shall be the final resting place of the last sovereign ruler.
I am no sovereign ruler. I must return. People are waiting for me.
Illogical. You are not authorized to prevent your self-destruction. No such privilege exists.
I love that this game knows what a core
We are
is.
back where we belong.
Because if that was her core, she would not be able to
Perish in the
function
rubble
at
of these
all.
ruins. Last of the sovereign
But hey, it's main
lords.
character shit, so who needs a power supply when you're a robot? With the power of friendship, we can do anything.
The key.
I love that they just make characters arbitrarily robots just so that they don't have to let that character play by any of the rules they'd have to play by if they were a
Searching
robot.
your memories? The curse is still active. This will only hasten your demise.
We're all from Notcry.
Cool.
Cross the ocean. Find a new place to belong.
That's cool.
What an amazing machine. Where are you from?
Such a hard worker. Fancy making this your new home?
The Wild Hunt! Look out!
Impossible. Where is this data from?
From now on, your name's Inappa. Promise me. Remember, you have to come home.
Yeah, you've repeated that like 6 times already. We know.
Return.
Like, we're not going to talk about how we were just introduced to a Zonless and Zero character that had the same kind of robotic dragon tail.
As long as this gem's around, the heart that Ishkik built you should keep beating away. It may take centuries, even millennia, but one day, may your new memories transcend your pain and rage to conquer the curse that shackles you.
What kind of gem is it?
Nothing special, really. To quote my mother, it's nothing but an empty shell now. But if you break free of the curse, then maybe...
Huh?
Nothing. An interesting idea suddenly occurred to me. Let's make this the final secret key.
The final secret key is...
Oh!
Impossible!
I should have saw that coming. Like, what that turned out to be. I mean... Animation-wise, that was a really cool cutscene.
It's Inappa! Hey! The place stopped collapsing!
Warning. Cannot pause indefinitely. Please complete the battle promptly.
So a Dragon Core and a Robot Core
Since the core is powered by
is a vision.
you can use that same power source to control it. In which case, the priestess's research would suggest that this thing might be a better fit.
A moon wheel? That was built by the use.
Oh. Sorry. That was really fast.
Farewell. Last of the Sovereign Lords.
Inappa! Your core! It's fixed! And is that a vision?
Suggestion. Exit first, discuss later. The self-destruct protocol is destroying the foundations of this territory. And although I paused the process, it will not hold much longer. Calculating. Remaining time, 30.
30 minutes? Huh. For a moment there, Paimon was worried.
29. 28.
Hey, are you guys all right? The automaton suddenly stopped moving. Then there was that earthquake, and now the place seems to have sprung a leak.
Estimated time to Foundation cave-in, 20 seconds.
Huh? Huh?
A place to belong. I too once yearned for it.
But wait, do all robots have that core and that core is the same? And it's a vision?
Shilonen, how much longer till it's unlocked? We need to get inside ASAP.
Be patient, okay? I'm working on it.
Let's trust that the Traveler can handle things in there. Shilonen says she detected a huge energy source underground. We can't just break in or we'll risk endangering everyone in this entire area.
But...
If we're here much longer without any progress, I'll do what I have to.
Oh! You unlocked it?
No, they made it out on their own.
We finally escaped! Luckily, the cave-in only affected the lower levels. You alright there, bro?
Oh, fuck my life. Okay, so after watching that cutscene, it made me think, what the fuck's been going on with the Genshin anime? Because they announced that thing like 3 years ago. And I'm like, we've heard jack shit from it, so... I just looked up some info about it. Apparently on the Genshin Reddit, the company is currently working on 3 Infinity Castle movies. I don't know what the fuck that means. But apparently that's... Actually, let me Google that. What the fuck is Infinity Castle? Which apparently those movies take priority over the animation on Genshin. So they're still working on it, but it's like way on the back burner. And apparently it's going to be another 2 to 3 more. This is from 6 months ago, by the way. So the company's working on those 3 movies right now. So it's going to be another at least 2 to 3 more years before the Genshin. It's like, it's going to be nearly a fucking decade before the anime comes out. Are you kidding me, brother? What? The game is going to be long since done. Wait, it's Demon Slayer. Why the fuck did... Wait, what? How's it called Infinity Castle? Okay, I think that was just a weird translation in the Reddit. Okay, so yeah, the company that's making, like, the Demon Slayer movies is the same company that's making the Genshin anime. And since they are, like, heavy working on those movies, yeah, the Genshin shit is, like, on the way back burner. So, unfortunately, if you were looking forward to the Genshin anime, that's maybe another 3 years out still, with a total time of 6 years in production. Which is fucking insane. And it's like, yeah, this game's gonna last, like, what, another 2 years? Maybe, if that? Like, we're going to be getting the next update soon, which is gonna give us the final area. And then that will solve a lot of questions on, okay, after we go to Snezhnaya, what's gonna be the next step after that? But, like, it's gonna be down, it's gonna be a fucking steep drop off after that arc. Because if they're like, now we're gonna do another arc after that, I'm like, I'm out. But yeah, after the next update, it's gonna really show, like, okay, is there gonna be another super big, is it gonna be like 1 extra year worth of content, or is it gonna be done with Snezhnaya? That's the big question. Because if not, then Genshin's gonna be like 1 to 2 years out, the anime, from dropping after the game's already ended. Which is gonna be fucking insane.
Another triumphant return for R2 Miney. And Anefa, it's good to have you back. I assume this means you found the answers you were looking for?
Yes.
Huh? Amu? I thought you hurt your leg. How come? Oh.
You! How could you do this to Arieta and me? You lied to us for over 10 years?
Before anything else, I suggest we let this gentleman and Anefa tell us the whole story.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it on the Genshin anime. Personally.
Sovereign rulers, mirror of the dawning morn, priestess of floral candles, and skyborn feathers.
Seems like a house forgotten quite a lot.
So you began life in Natlan, then spent 2,000 years adrift in Nodcry? In an endless cycle of losing your memories and trying to find them.
But it sounds like it took all 2,000 years worth of memories to successfully overload the processing power of the curse.
And another thing Genshin's super good at doing is telling us the story rather than showing us, or better yet, letting us play this story. Don't worry, we'll be people standing around telling you what the story is. That's gonna be super fun and engaging in this interactive video game.
None of us had any certainty that the plan would succeed in the far future. Not I, not Ishkik, not Lianka.
You're so bad at telling a
yet,
story.
They still did everything they could to try and help me.
And it.
Now you've remembered everything. Do you have a sense of where you truly belong?
Well, I was born and then reborn in Natlan. And it was the people of this nation who set me on my journey. But that's all ancient history now. I can't seek for a sense of belonging in a world that no longer exists. That would make me no different from the mirror of the dawning morn. Instead, I will show my gratitude to them by honoring their wishes. By continuing on my own path, and returning to the place where I still have someone waiting for me.
Well said. I'm happy for you.
So, to cut to the chase, did you find the code for that letter or not?
Oh, shoot! Forgot all about that!
Sincere apologies. A lot of memory data surfaced in a short time frame. I am still processing it. I left the cryptex back at the Flower Feather Clan to make sure that I wouldn't lose it out in the wild. Please come back with me, and we can inspect it.
I'm so sorry that I kept this hidden from you all this time. Now I can't go back to Liyue or Nodcry. The Northland Bank isn't gonna let me walk away from this, nor is the Nodcry Aprishniki. You should take Arieta and go.
No, it's okay. I love that you hid massive parts of your life from me for our entire relationship, and that we were raising a child, too. That, like, you know, you were hiding massive amounts of debt, and you being an international spy. I love it when you lie to me and completely gaslight our entire lives together. That's why we're gonna stay together, because we really work, and there's trust.
Oh, should I now? You think I'm the one that's gonna let you walk away, do you? Idiot! You're coming back with me right now, and you're going to apologize to our daughter.
Looks like you all need some time to calm down after everything you've been through. If you're worried the Fatui are still looking for you, why not camp out at the Flower Feather Clan for now?
Yeah, because that woman rather kill herself than get a divorce.
We welcome everyone, from old friends to old enemies turned new friends. Don't worry
What
about
about new friends that were old enemies that
You've
were
got a
friends
whole
of other
future to
enemies
figure
that are new
things out.
friends?
Go and find where you belong.
I think I've already found it.
What's the point of making robots in this world if they don't even follow basic, like, your power source was ripped out, you should be a dead husk until someone replaces it. Not you, because you literally can't, because you're a fucking robot. It's like, why do that? Why? Like, oh, let's make this cool and, like, robot stuff. Okay, cool. But then let's completely ignore everything that makes her a robot. Well, then why make her a robot? Because it'd be cool. I guess.
Here it is.
Whatever.
The cryptex.
So then, what's the code? Or what about that backup plan that Arieta mentioned?
Please see the casing that holds the combination code discs.
Yeah, and she was
The
coming to
sender
find
had me
us,
etch the
too.
code onto
So,
the casing so that I would not forget it.
it's gonna be a thing taking us to
But
Shishnaya, isn't
I
it?
still forgot it.
Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Seriously? It's been hiding in plain sight all this time?
Yes. The sender said, the most secure code is one that you can write down, and no one would think it's a code.
Who is this person?
The sender said, "Surprises are best saved to the end."
Oh wow, now she has personality.
Now your memory's getting a little too good. What's with the firecracker? Ugh. Paimon's had enough of this whole letter debacle. Just read it already.
Dear Honorary Knight, I've heard a lot about you. Jean's always singing your praises.
Oh, Jean Dad? Not cry.
Anyway, I'm sure this is as dull to read as it is to write. Let's talk more over a glass of wine sometime. See you and not cry. Varka.
Here, let me write you a whole letter where I'll only read the first sentence and then the last sentence. And you can read the 2 paragraphs in between. Fuck you. Varka, Jesus Christ. Okay. Are we gonna go talk to Jean about this? That would be cool. If, like, part of it was us going back to Mondstadt canonically to talk to Jean about this before we head over there. Like, there's plenty of shit we could do, but... yeah. Parts of this was interesting, other parts of this were super fucking lame. I love her design, I hate her character. The dragons, like... the dragons have always been kind of a mystery, and like any mystery, the more information we get about them, the lamer they become. They're always just bitter assholes, which is just like, how about you just fuck off and be happy? How about that? Can you do that and not spend 10,000 years of being a annoyed prick with everyone? That would be cool. I mean, I think the most well-balanced dragon we've met was, what's his face? Water Dragon. Nivelette. He's the coolest guy that we've met so far. And also, the very first dragon we met, after he was, like, done being controlled, the Valen, in Mondstadt. All the other dragons have kind of been pricks. Oh yeah, and by the way, that also kind of brings up a thing of, like, what's his face? The Geo Archon. When we first saw him, it was, oh, he's dead, and the form that he took when he died was a dragon. Which that always kind of confused me, because, like, none of the Archons really could change shape. They were always just, like, human. It was, like, was the Geo Archon a dragon that could take human shape? Which is something I never even really thought about. Like, all the Archons are humans that have ascended using the visions that were the power of the dragons. So then, you know, what's with him being, like, dragon form when he died? I don't know. There's so much fucking lore in this game, and a lot of it is just so, like, whatever. And then they add on to certain parts of the lore, like, super deep in, like, dragons, super important. And we're just now learning that, like, dragons were super advanced and fucking had, like, AI robots and shit. And it's just like, okay, you know? But yeah, that's it. We got these 2 complete unknown characters that they threw in here for filler that we know next to nothing about. Awesome. Honestly, I think I'm gonna take next week off of streaming Genshin. Just because this... It is seriously becoming harder and harder to play this game for me. Just because I'm becoming less and less interested in it. But like I said, it's the sunken cost fallacy where it's like, I'm just spite playing it at this point. Just to get to the fucking end. And like occasionally they'll bring up characters or do a storyline that I like or I think I'm interested in. But like so much of it is just like blatant excess of just like nothingness. Like so much of the dialogue and conversation is people repeating things that other people literally just said back to them. It's the whole like, I'm the bad guy. You're the bad guy? Yes, I'm the bad guy. Wow, did you hear that, guys? He's the bad guy. It's like, just tell the fucking story and show us and let us gameplay it. This game is more boss fights and mini games than it is actually playing the main story. It's boss fights and mini games, and then all story is cutscenes or paragraphs of text that you need to read. Like, then what? Why have it a game? Just make it a book, make it a movie, literally put it in any other fucking format. There was zero point of making this story into a video game at this point. Because it's literally, take 5 steps. Oh, another cutscene. Awesome gameplay, guys. Like, figure it out. You're a multi-billion-dollar company at this point. Learn how to make a fucking video game that you can play the game while getting the story. And holding the controller while a cutscene plays doesn't count as gameplay, asshole. How about that? How about figure out how to, like, have someone fight a monster while also giving them story, which doesn't get cut off halfway through, because I've been playing this game for 6 fucking years, so my characters can defeat the bosses super easily, and it cuts off the tail end of most of their conversations that they're having in mid-fight. Like, figure it out. I don't care. Make all the bosses gimmick fights, where it's all fucking quick time events. I don't even care. That would actually be more engaging at this point than what they're doing. But this game has been sucking the fucking soul from me for the last year. More than the last year. They do it here and there, but it has been super consistent on the downgrade over the past year. Super consistent. And, like, here's the thing. Zoneless and Zero is guilty of doing a lot of similar things, but the story's still way more engaging. We don't come from, like, fucking robot dragon AI out of fucking nowhere after spending 7 years in a fantasy world. Oh, do you want to also make it mech-based too? Cool. And also, here's this fucking space train that's gonna pull up too at some point. No, that's gonna happen. Like, what are you doing? If it's supposed to be a fantasy game, then hold it to being a fantasy game and stop trying to fucking slip in, like, robot shit into it. It's like, okay, they're a robot, but they're powered by magic. Cool. Oh, the thing that's magically powering them is now taken away. Cool. They're a robot. They should be turned off. Nope. They're just gonna be able to still move around and do stuff because the power of friendship. This isn't fucking Kingdom Hearts, okay? I expect that from Kingdom Hearts, and I believe it. But not in this game, because this is not that. God damn it, man. Do better. Today's just been a fucking depressing ass sandwich. But tomorrow we're gonna get started on a new game, which hopefully will be a lot more engaging. And a lot more gameplay related. That would be super sick. Yep, tomorrow, we're taking next week off. I don't know what we're gonna do to replace it. We're definitely playing Zoneless and Zero next week. However, the update is happening next week. So after the update happens, that's when we're gonna play it. So we're not gonna be playing it on Monday, probably not Tuesday. So maybe, most likely, it will be either late Tuesday or Wednesday is when we're gonna be playing Zoneless and Zero. So we're just gonna, and we're not playing any Genshin. We're taking a break from it. We'll come back to it after a week off and do one of these. Probably this one. And yeah, so we're just gonna play Dragon's Crown and Spider-Man, because those games, well, one of those games has been really fucking fun, and the other one, we're gonna find out whether or not it's fun. So let's all take a nap and come back to this in a bit. But yeah, that's it for day 1820 of streaming in a row. Let RNGesus be upon this game and have it become better, hopefully, in the next update, which I keep saying, and it keep not happening, and in fact, it just keeps getting worse. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. Yeah. Like always, links down below for all my usual stuff. Blue Sky, Twitter, links over to my YouTube channel for all fucking 800 odd parts of me playing Genshin are over there. Yeah, that is it for today. I'm gonna go sleep and look forward to playing a game that's not this. See ya.